Stefon Diggs, free agent wide receiver, was in on a visit with the Patriots last night. 31 years old, coming off 496-yard season, played just 8 games, tore his ACL, so a concern there. Because again, it was he played his 8 games, so half of the season. And then if he were to come back and you had him, you're probably not going to see him till realistically late November, probably. But Mazz, your thoughts on the Patriots sniffing around Stefon Diggs?
So what happened to the whole theory of the Patriots not wanting a veteran, high-maintenance guy because he would be a bad influence on Drake May?
Glad you brought this up. The quote from Tom Curran: "The Patriots were exceedingly wary of the negative impact a demanding veteran wideout could have on May." I don't know. Isn't Stefon Diggs looked at as kind of a demanding wide receiver? It's why Josh Allen had gotten fed up with him, and they shipped him out of Buffalo, and he ended up in Houston in the first place.
So what's the biggest difference, Murray, aside from the injury, between Stefon Diggs and DK Metcalf?
Cheap. Stefon Diggs is economically feasible when it comes to the Patriots' payroll. It's
pretty simple, isn't it?
Nicest way I can say it. Yeah.
Seriously, all of a sudden they like the guy who's a pain in the ass because he's a cheap pain in the ass. I'd rather have a cheap pain in the ass than an expensive pain in the ass. It's like, do you want to date the woman who's expensive and a pain in the ass or cheaper and a pain in the ass? I suppose you take the cheaper one if they're both going to be a pain in the ass. I'd prefer low maintenance, period.
Yeah, same.
But
it's just more bargain basement shopping. If
oh my
on
gosh!
This guy, whether it's him or Brandon Cooks or whatever is left, it's what's left. It's bottom of the barrel. Diggs isn't the player that he was a few years ago, and it runs, contradictory to what you heard from Tom Curran, that they're wary. The team's wary of a negative impact a demanding veteran wideout could have on May. This guy's a demanding veteran wideout. It just doesn't add up.
And so, look, do I like the player? Would I take a chance on him,
fine.
Given where they are? My answer is yes. I think most of us would. They don't have anything else, Murray. It's not like we can sit here and look at it and say, okay, well, they have so many other good players. Why waste your time with a guy like Stefon Diggs? They don't. So, of course, yes, I would roll the dice on a guy like Stefon Diggs. But is there any guarantee that he's going to help Drake May at all? Is there any guarantee that he's going to be the same player? The reason why they like him, again, is not because of the player. It's because of the deal. They like the deal. They always make decisions based on the deal. Or it feels like they do. Again, I'll give them a voucher, a get-out-of-jail-free card on the Milton Williams signing because, and even then, the money's not what it appears to be, but relatively speaking, he cost them something. But Diggs is not going to cost anything in terms of guaranteed money.
Yeah, right.
And if he does, then they're foolish.
Yeah, no matter who this would be, maybe coming in, Diggs, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper. I don't want Brandon Cooks, but any of these other guys, how can you get jazzed up about it? I saw this last night, and I was like, good, I guess. It's an upgrade to what they have in that room, but can you be, pumped if they sign Stefon Diggs? I don't think so. My
hope is they're bringing him in to potentially make an impact later in the year when maybe some of their players take the next step. They have a lot of young players. So I'm in on Stefon Diggs. I'll say that. The guy has produced his whole career.
But are you pumped about it if they sign him?
No, I don't consider him a one, but a lot of teams, what they do is they get one guy, draft the next. The other thing I don't love about Diggs, he's only 6 foot tall. If they're going after Hunter, it's almost the same guy. And by the way, this year, Stefon Diggs absolutely torched Christian Gonzalez. In that game, that was Drake May's first start this year. Yeah. Diggs has been torching everybody. When he plays the Patriots, he's one of the best players. So how is he off an ACL? He, Bedard mentioned, he probably won't be ready until week 5, 6, who even knows? So you're only going to pay for literally almost half the season for a guy. I think it's worth it. But the report, as you guys mentioned, has other receivers hurt quarterbacks. Did Tyreek Hill hurt Tua Tagovailoa? No, right? Even when Diggs went to Buffalo, he didn't hurt Josh Allen. They got rid of him, and he actually did better. That reporting, and again, I don't think it's current. I think it's what they fed him. And to me, I think Drake May just went to the Pro Bowl with star players and, performed, and it's wow, this is what it's like to throw to good players. It's a Patriots deal. I still think this guy can play, though. It's just you're not going to see him for almost, maybe till the end of the season.
This is the ultimate Patriots candidate for free agency. Seriously. He is all incentive money because you don't know when he's going to play again. So you can't guarantee the money, and he can't get it as a result. He doesn't have a leg to stand on when it comes to guaranteed money. So you literally can structure almost the entire contract with Patriot guarantees.
Yeah, right. No, they love this. They're
Right?
licking their chops at this.
When you play, you'll get paid. So now they'll have a guy motivated to get back on the field. We'll give you this much per game, $100,000 a game or $200,000 a game or whatever you want to draw the number at, with a low base salary. It's almost entirely like the guy who comes back, Murray, in the middle of the season versus the guy who would come back in preseason and thus might be able to get some guaranteed money, because you say, well, we expect at least 6 weeks out of him. And then after, not this guy. No, this is going to be, he comes back in the middle of the year. And if he has a setback, it might be week 10, might be week 5. Who the hell knows? So they can get exactly the deal they want, which is we pay you when you show up. The rest of the time, you get jacked, and we don't have to worry about it.
And they get to
it
say,
is
ooh.
right up their alley.
And they get to say, oh, it's a name, huh? It's not like it. I think if they were to bring in Brandon Cooks, who had been here, and I think was mostly a disappointment, that's a tough sell. Stefon Diggs, huh? And he's not the Diggs he used to be, but it's a name. You all know him, right? Huh?
He puts up big numbers. And last year, 47 catches, 500 yards, and 6 games? I forget what he played last year. But just to throw this out there, though, we were trying to do the exercise of players that left teams that were star quarterbacks that hurt a development. Stefon Diggs, I think, did set back C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud had a bad sophomore year. I know he went to the playoffs, but there were high projections for him. So the report is that they don't want to do it. You just saw it, and now you're going to bring him in anyways. That's where I'm at on this one. Is you just saw him go to Houston. And again, regression from Stroud. He did end up getting hurt. And then to talk about why he's not going back to Houston, they got Christian Kirk, Braxton Berrios. They got a bunch of guys already there.
Those guys are hacks, though, compared to what Diggs has done.
But they're letting him go. Why? He's 32 off an injury. There's no one knows if this guy can come back.
But
who's the guy who blew out his knee in the playoffs? Was that Tank Dell?
Tank Dell, yeah.
Yeah.
He might not play this year.
I mean, that was
injury.
bad.
Yeah.
That was bad. So they're without him already.
He had a captain's patch on. We bounced back with the clips from him last year when he was in Houston. Why not bring him back? Was there something else there? Was it an attitude issue? Something doesn't add up there. Wouldn't you want to bring him back if he was a captain?
Sure.
Yeah, instead they spent money on Christian Kirk and Braxton Berrios, and they got John Mechie there. There are guys that are trying to do a little bit better there. They just spent big money on – they got rid of their offensive line. I don't know what's going on in Houston, by the way. They just got rid of their left tackle, Shaq Mason. Now Diggs is gone, and they're bringing in other guys. I don't know. But another thing to add to this, I know Josh McDaniels' brother is the wide receivers coach in Houston, but Todd Downing, who's Vrabel's guy, coached him in Minnesota as well. So another guy linked to the coaching staff.
The one thing I do find funny about this story, I don't know if you saw this last night, Joe, when this story broke. It was like the Hurts thing, the Hurts situation at Logan come true. Someone posted on Reddit, on the Patriots subreddit, I'm on a flight with Stefon Diggs, and people were like, you're full of it. It's a crock. And it turns out, no, it was true. It's like, Stefon Diggs is on my flight back to Boston. And sure enough, he was. So he was in town. No news on that. He hasn't signed. But your thoughts on Stefon Diggs potentially joining the New England Patriots to help their offense?
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.